Alright guys, welcome to lesson 1 of our final 8th grade debate unit. Let me fix this here. Over the course of this quest that you're taking, I am going to be presenting 5 lessons to you and your team so that you'll be better prepared for the debate. Each lesson is going to go over a different part of the debate and what I'm expecting of you from it. So please make sure that you're actually watching the video and not just looking at the slides, because I'm doing this instead of staying in front of everyone and going over the whole debate unit, which I know some of you would be bored spitless, including myself. So instead I'm going to be doing this during my planning period because that's way more fun for all of us. Lesson 1, we're going to introduce the idea of debate, and I'm also going to give the topics that you and your group will have the opportunity to choose from. So first off, we're going to learn how to debate and how to do well in a classroom debate. Now before I go on, there are many different ways to have a classroom debate. This is just one way. So obviously the objective is that by the end of the lesson, of all 5 of these debate lessons I'm giving, you'll be ready to debate the various topics that we've studied through trimester 2 and 3. So what actually is a debate? Well, a debate is where two sides come together and they talk about whatever issue has been presented to them. A debate is really like an organized argument, because you're trying to show why your side's right and the other side's wrong. However, a debate is not a yelling match. That's an important part of a debate. A debate is speaking your opinion and then listening respectfully to the other side. Now, there are lots of rules in debate on how to make it a respectful time where all sides are heard, and to also make it a worthwhile and respectful time. So here are some rules that we're going to follow when we do our classroom debate. First off, each side will present their opening remarks, their rebuttal, then they'll have the opportunity to actually present their case, then to have another rebuttal, and then finally there'll be closing. And while all that's going on, if your side's not speaking, you're listening respectfully and quietly. While you are giving your side, there's no name calling, and you're not going to be shouting at anyone. Now you may get worked up and you may raise your voice a little bit, but we're not yelling! So I kind of mentioned the format of the debate. You may want to pause the video and jot this down. As you can see, there'll be 2 minutes for an opening, 1 minute rebuttal, and actually I need to alter this a little bit. I'm pointing at the screen and you can't see that, because each side will get 1 minute. We're going to have 5 minutes to present your case. Then each team will have 2 minutes to have a rebuttal. And then finally 2 minutes for closing statements. What's going to happen is you'll divide up in your group with who wants to do what in each round. Now if we go back here, you're going to have to choose someone to do the opening statements. You'll have to choose someone who's going to present the case. And you'll have to choose someone who's going to give the closing statements. The rebuttal, because you'll have about 3 people in a group, will be shared amongst your members. Now, the person you choose to do the opening, the presenting of the case, and the closing might change as you do more research, because you may find that certain people are better at giving the actual research facts and explaining facts support your argument. Here we go, the actual debate topics. Now, if you notice, there's going to be one topic from each of the 4 chapters we've studied the last 2 trimesters. Chapter 14, we have President Jackson was a good president for our country. And you can either debate that on the affirmative or negative side. Chapter 19, should the northern states be considered more superior than the southern states during the 1800s? Again, you'll debate it either from the affirmative, which is agree, or the negative, disagree side. Chapter 20, African Americans were treated just as poorly in the northern states as they were in the southern states. Now again, you can debate this from the affirmative or negative standpoint. And the final debate topic from chapter 21 is, who is more to blame for the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln or Henry Clay? And you'll either argue for Lincoln being the one more responsible or Henry Clay. So you and your group will get to choose which topic you want to be in, and then you'll hopefully get the opportunity to maybe decide which side of the argument you want to debate for. make sure you have at least 2 or 3 choices, because you may not get the one you want right off the bat. Now, this is what's going to happen. You are done lesson number 1. You are going to come to Mr. Volkman, me, and get 4 tokens. On each token, you'll put your team name on it. Then what's going to happen is once everyone is done or mostly finished lesson 1, we're going to draw to see who gets to have each one of these topics. If your name is drawn, you'll then get to choose if you want to be the affirmative or negative side of the argument. Now, the reason you get 4 tokens is this. You get to choose, again, how many arguments you want to debate with. Now, you may decide to put all 4 tokens into one topic. That will then increase your chances of me pulling your name for, let's say, chapter 14. Or you may decide to put 2 tokens in for when I do chapter 14's drawing and 2 tokens in for chapter 20. Or you may decide to put 1 token in for each argument. Whatever the case may be, you get 4 tokens to put in which debate you want. Please make sure you choose as a group where you want to put your tokens. Thank you for watching lesson 1 of our debate topic. Please continue on with the quest on Classcraft.